So I heard you wanted to learn heel flips.
Well, lucky for you, today in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to heel flip.
Okay, so the heel flip, it's usually your first or second flip trick. It's usually either you land a kick flip or the heel flip first, depending on which is comfortable. So the only trick that you're going to want to have before learning heel flips are an ollie, pretty much, because it's pretty much a popping and kicking motion. This trick is not too difficult. You can learn it pretty quickly. So yeah.
So first, let's talk about your foot positioning. When you're gonna learn this trick, the more you have your front foot, the more you have your toes off the board, the faster the board will flip. And if you need the board to flip slower, you put your foot more on the board right here. So for my foot placement, I like to have my front foot right below the bolts right here, and my back foot right on the tail, if not a little bit in the back pocket right here. So yep, this is my foot placement right here.
The difference between a heel flip and a kick flip is, for me, kick flips, they go this way, while heel flips, they go in the other direction. Okay. So you're gonna have to use your heel to kick it, which is why it's called a heel flip. You're gonna have to kick like that instead of having a flick with your front foot. So yeah, you're gonna have to practice the kicking motion with your heel.
You're gonna have to learn how to kick with your heels out at the corner, right there where I marked it. You're gonna have to kick, not flick with a kick flip, but you're gonna have to kick with your heel. That is how you're gonna be able to land the trick.
Okay, so there's two ways to do heel flips when you're learning them. There's one way, it's called a mob heel flip. It's literally you just straight up kick down in the board. I wouldn't recommend this because you can popsicle and it's the incorrect way of learning heel flips, but it might be how you land it when you first start learning this trick. And then the second way you can learn heel flips is the proper way, in which you have to like roll your ankle. But heel flips might be easier for some people because to them the kicking motion comes natural to them rather than having to flick with your foot. But in order to get the rotation for the heel flip to get it to spin, you're gonna have to learn how to roll your ankles. So what I mean by that is like slide and then kick, not just a straight kick down, which is a mob heel flip, but how to roll your ankle and actually do the trick correctly. So you have to roll and then kick at the end of it. You don't go exactly straight out like a kick flip, and you don't go too much straight forward. So it's a mixture of kicking in between, diagonally off the nose. So you're gonna wanna have your back foot right here. So when you pop the board, it tilts just a little bit like this way, if you can see. So when it tilts like this, your front foot can catch it right here and kick down, which will be able to get the board to flip. So now I'll do a couple heel flips to show you guys what I mean by like rolling the ankle and be able to flip the board. Let me see how many heel flips I can land in a row. Okay, I forgot something really important when landing this trick. You're gonna have to want to jump backwards because this trick will often go behind you. So what I mean by that is when you're doing the trick and you're on your board, the board will usually end up behind you right here. So you're gonna have to want to jump backwards onto your board. In order to land it like jump backwards, when you're doing the trick, don't lean forward like this. Instead, lean backwards on your heel. So lean backwards like this, right? Don't land like this, because if you like this, the board's gonna end up behind you. So yeah, when doing heel flips, make sure to keep your body weight centered over the board and try to jump backwards.
So with this trick, you really want to get your timing down with the time you actually flick with your front foot and the time you pop, because that's what is really going to decide how you're going to be able to land this trick, because with flip tricks, it's pretty much all about timing and how you pop, like when you pop the board and when you flick the board in order to get the rotation. Also, look at where I'm skating. It's super nice out here. There's like a palm tree over there. And yeah, I have this entire area to myself to skate. Okay, so I'm gonna do a slight recap of the video and some important parts to take away when learning this trick. Foot positioning, you're gonna have your front foot right here below the bolts and your back foot in the middle of the tail or even the back pocket. What this is gonna do, like when you pop the board, is it's gonna make the board turn just slightly like this, so that your front foot can catch like the edge and kick down, so your board will be able to spin in a heel flip rotation. Since this trick goes towards the opposite of a kickflip direction, you're gonna want to have your body weight on the back side of the board, if that makes any sense. So try to jump backwards, because with this trick, the heel flip, like when you're first learning it, it's often gonna land behind you. So if you're having problems, that's gonna solve it. Have your weight in the center of the board, so don't be leaning too far forward or too far back. Just be in the center and try to jump straight up and backwards. Another part to take away from this is when you're kicking with your foot, you're not going to want to just straight up kick it like this way or that way. You're going to have to like roll it, then kick it. So let me get my shoe real quick. Okay, so what I mean by that is when you have your foot right here, you don't straight up kick it like this way or like that way. You're gonna have to roll it, then kick it. So that's what's gonna be able to like make you land the trick instead of having to do it incorrectly and straight up kicking, because when you kick like that, most of the time you're not gonna be able to get the rotation. It's either gonna land upside down or primo. So when you do it, make sure you slide it up to the corner right here, then kick off. So kick like this. And when you do, don't kick straight forward or straight down. Kick diagonally. So when you kick diagonally, the board will be able to go in front of you and stay leveled. So those are some common problems with the trick. So common problems are not being able to land the trick because it goes behind you, not being able to flip the board enough, and getting to flip the board pretty much. Those are really it. There's not many things that can go wrong with this trick. Try to practice it every day, because if you practice every day, you're gonna land it faster. That's how it took me. Probably took me about 2 weeks to land it because I was skating every day. When I first landed it, I did it the wrong way. I just tried to kick down and prayed I landed it, and it worked somehow. So yeah. Also, a quick tip to you guys. Something that helped me land this trick really quickly was slow-mo recording myself and seeing what I did wrong. And when you see like what you did wrong in that video, just watch other videos on YouTube, like my videos or other videos, and they'll probably explain some common problems with the trick that will help you fix it. So yeah, that's my one tip. Slow-mo record yourself and see what you're doing wrong and learn from your mistakes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I had really fun making this video because I like to do heel flips. I can do them fairly consistently. Guys, it's going to be the end of the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed by hitting the thumbs up button, commenting some other tricks in the comment section that you want to see me make tutorials on. And yeah, peace out.